And Skagway was the stop that we were waiting for because there were two things that happened at Skagway that were just kind of bucket list things. One, Skagway has this train that goes up through the mountains. And so, Skagway, historically, and again, I'm not a historian and I don't claim to be one, I don't even play one on TV or on YouTube, but from what I could surmise, the gold rush was really big in Skagway. And so they created these train systems and they had explorers that would go up the mountains. So there's a bunch of history. Well, there's a train that hugs the mountain and goes all the way up about 2,800 feet, I believe. And off to the side, there are historical landmarks. There's just nature. You have these incredible waterfalls. There was still snow on the mountains. It was great. I mean, it was just one of those things that if you haven't seen it, and if you go to Alaska, you should use your if you're going to use resources to go on an excursion, go on the Skagway train. It was recommended to me by my buddy, my 86-year-old buddy that um, told me about his trip to Alaska. And what was beautiful about ours is that when we booked it, we got some not free play, but what do you call it? What's that stuff called? Onboard credit. Um, so we got this onboard credit, and the onboard credit covered the cost of that. But the other thing that we did in Skagway was I was able to eat an Alaska king crab, and I had been waiting for this because you can't go to a place like Alaska and not eat king crab because it's the most incredible. And I go to the grocery store and I get king crab legs that are probably about this big. I had a king crab leg that went from here, the top of my finger, just beyond my elbow. And so if you can imagine when you have an 8 foot wingspan like I do, how long that is. And that sucker was good. We be grubbing. No, it was incredible. I mean, the guy told me. Now, let me tell you that the crab leg was $100. The meal was $100. So did they rip me off? Sure they did. But you don't really get ripped off when you're on vacation because you don't go on vacation expecting everything to be normal price. Not even the diamonds from Diamonds International. But I digress. But he said that these are actually easier to eat because the meat gets out a little bit faster or a little bit easier because they're bigger pieces. And so you just cut them up the middle. The shell's really soft. Cut them up the middle, pull that meat out, and devour that sucker. And that's exactly what we did.